Hello, this is Photography Gamer, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm reviewing Party Hard 2 for the Xbox Series S. The game is also available for the PlayStation, Nintendo and Windows. Party Hard 2 is a Hitman-esque indie game where you visit parties and eliminate targets. The game was developed by Pinnacle Games. So what is it like to play? Well, your chosen murderer can pick up and use a variety of items. You can sprint, aim projectiles, use a skill or check X-ray vision. The basic premise is this: your character visits a large-scale party. Within that party are certain targets you want to kill. If you kill them and meet other objectives, you can exit the level. Or if all else fails, you can just kill everyone. But if you get seen by partygoers, they will call the cops, so you'll end up with piles of bodies sometimes as you stop the alarm being raised. Security guards roam the parties, and once the police find you, it's game over. How you choose to kill your targets is up to you, whether that be your basic knife, sabotaging electrical gear, or crafting a Molotov and lobbing it into the crowd. It's very much like Hitman for top-down indie fans. You'll be slowly scoping out the level, finding quiet spots where targets linger, then killing them off one by one. One addition in Party Hard 2 is the crafting system, allowing you to combine one of the 4 items you can carry at any one time. These provide some funny moments, like going up to someone at a party, giving them a condom and then waiting to see if they follow you to the parking lot. The levels are larger than Party Hard 1 but lack the charm of the first game, with only 1 or 2 really standing out. You can also now drive vehicles as well, but their uses I would say are pretty limited. The levels, they're quite dark at times, and it's quite difficult I would say to see obstacles clearly, which is quite frustrating, especially when you're being chased by the cops. The game features a co-op mode, but it's only really suitable for 2 players who know what they're doing, as when one of you gets caught, the second player has a time limit to finish the mission, which basically means it's kind of pointless. And the cutscenes between missions, look nice, but they're not very well written, not very well voice acted, and they're quite underwhelming.
What did they discuss at the hospital?
They probably had a lot to say to each other about their boss, the foreman. Archer's accident could have caused Darius's paranoia to get worse.
According to our sources, the killer's friend Archer was injured by a chemical leak at the factory.
Visually, it's a minor upgrade from the first game, with colourful neon lit locations and basic pixelated characters. In terms of sound, the music is excellent with really catchy house party vibes. Sadly, the voice acting, as I said in the cutscenes, is pretty dire, and for some reason the sound effects from the first game that were really funny and quirky have kind of been removed, leaving it to be like a very quiet experience in regards to effects. Okay, what's good and what's bad? What's good? Levels are larger, item and crafting variety is good, and the music's catchy. Bad points: the levels felt quite underwhelming, the cutscenes are poor, the sound effects are non-existent almost, and it's not as compelling as the first game. So what's the verdict? Party Hard 2 is a solid sequel to a fantastic original game. It adds large levels, crafting options, and some more creative elements to help you eliminate your targets. But for me, it didn't capture the pure genius of the first game. The new features sound good in theory, but they don't make the gameplay any better. In fact, I found myself struggling with the game as it wasn't compelling as the original. The sound effects also have been kind of muted, which is weird. It's still worth a go, but it's definitely nowhere near the first game. And it's kind of hard for me to say because I love Party Hard 1 so much. That's one of my favourite games of all time in terms of the indie scene. So I thought this was going to be like money in the bank. This is going to be no problem, like an 8 or a 9 out of 10, but it just really wasn't that at all. So that is reflected in the scoring. I'm going to give Party Hard 2, I can't believe I'm giving it 6 out of 10, but I'm giving it 6 out of 10 because it's quite disappointing and it just doesn't work. I don't know why. There's something about it that just doesn't quite fit into place. It feels not as much, what's the word I'm looking for? It just feels like the first game had a magic to it. The second game just feels like someone doing the same thing they've done before and their heart isn't in it as much. That's the only way I can really describe it. Not as good. I can't say I would recommend it, to be honest, which is a surprise because I love the first game, amazing. Okay, that was the review. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please like, please subscribe. This is Photography Gamer, signing off. Cheers.